Together, we will lead our party back to the White House, and we will lead our country back to safety, prosperity, and peace. Our convention occurs at a moment of crisis for our nation. The attacks on our police and the terrorism of our cities threaten our very way of life. I have a message for all of you. The crime and violence that today afflicts our nation will soon, and I mean very soon, come to an end. My plan will begin with safety at home, which means safe neighborhoods, secure borders, and protection from terrorism. There can be no prosperity without law and order. I have visited the laid-off factory workers and the communities crushed by our horrible and unfair trade deals. These are the forgotten men and women of our country, and they are forgotten, but they're not going to be forgotten long. These are people who work hard but no longer have a voice. I am your voice. I have joined the political arena so that the powerful can no longer beat up on people who cannot defend themselves. Nobody knows the system better than me. Which is why I alone can fix it. Anyone who endorses violence, hatred, or oppression is not welcome in our country and never, ever will be. We are going to build a great border wall to stop illegal immigration, to stop the gangs and the violence, and to stop the drugs from pouring into our communities. I have made billions of dollars in business-making deals. Now I'm going to make our country rich again. To all Americans tonight, in all of our cities and in all of our towns, I make this promise. We will make America strong again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again. God bless you and good night. I love you.
Thank you. Our founders embraced the enduring truth that we are stronger together. We have to decide whether we will all work together so we can all rise together. We have the most dynamic and diverse people in the world. We have the most tolerant and generous young people we've ever had. We have the most powerful military, the most innovative entrepreneurs, the most enduring values, freedom and equality, justice and opportunity. We should be so proud that those words are associated with us. I have to tell you, as your Secretary of State, I went to 112 countries. When people hear those words, they hear America. America needs every one of us to lend our energy, our talents, our ambition to making our nation better and stronger. I believe that with all my heart. That's why Stronger Together is not just a lesson from our history. It's not just a slogan for our campaign. It's a guiding principle for the country we've always been and the future we're going to build. A country where the economy works for everyone, not just those at the top. I will be a president for Democrats, Republicans, independents, for the struggling, the striving, the successful, for all those who vote for me and for those who don't, for all Americans together. Tonight, we've reached a milestone in our nation's march toward a more perfect union. The first time that a major party has nominated a woman for president. Standing here as my mother's daughter and my daughter's mother, I'm so happy this day has come. I'm happy for grandmothers and little girls and everyone in between. I'm happy for boys and men, because when any barrier falls in America, it clears the way for everyone. After all, when there are no ceilings, the sky's the limit. Every generation of Americans has come together to make our country freer, fairer, and stronger. None of us ever have or can do it alone. Let's be stronger together, my fellow Americans. Let's look to the future with courage and confidence. Let's build a better tomorrow for our beloved children and our beloved country. And when we do, America will be greater than ever. Thank you, and may God bless you and the United States of America.
Author A.J. Jacobs and a team of researchers with genealogy websites myheritage.com and Genie.com have recently developed a family tree showing that Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump are distant cousins. They share royal blood that runs deep in their family lines. Jacobs told Extra in a recent interview that their 19th great-grandfather is King Edward III, so there is precedent for ruling a country. It's in their genes. When you take a close look at how global events have progressed over the ages, you will find that many of the families who dominate politics and economics today have bloodlines that trace back to the feudal lords of the Middle Ages. In Middle Eastern and Third World countries, this is painfully obvious because there are still royal dynasties that openly claim it's their birthright to rule over their country. While in the West, the aristocrats are a bit less open to the same principle still applies. For example, according to the British genealogy researchers Burke's Peerage, most of the presidents in American history have been connected to a select few royal bloodlines. In the election of 2004, George Bush and John Kerry were the options for U.S. president, but both candidates were distant cousins to the Queen of England. They had belonged to the same secret society at Yale University, the morbidly named Skull and Bones Fraternity. A young girl recently made the royal connections famous when her science fair project concluded that with the exception of Martin Van Buren, all U.S. commanders-in-chief, including current President Barack Obama, were descendants of a medieval English king known as Vlad the Impaler. A while ago, there was a CBS report on George Bush's genealogy and how he was related to Vlad the Impaler. I never knew who Vlad the Impaler was, so I never looked into it. After watching a program devoted to Vlad featured on Cities of the Underground, it confirms a lot of bloodline talk that conspiracy theorists are talking about. It seems that Vlad was a bloodthirsty killer who loved to torture and was responsible for mass murder. He was also known as the original Dracula, and was born in Romania in the year 1431. Dracula got his name from his father, who was the member of an elite society called Order of the Dragon. It was an elusive society founded by the Holy Roman Empire. The name Dracula literally means son of the devil. The ironic thing is that Bush and Obama are also relatives of Princess Diana, In other records, they are related to Prince Charles. Princess Diana was not a commoner, as some would lead you to believe. Her ancestors were also elitists who were also Rosicrucian. It was the home of her ancestor that Sir Francis Bacon and his buddies would plan the New Atlantis, which there is a vision of a New World Order. Yes, in their satanic delusional minds, they actually believe they are rebuilding the lost city of Atlantis with the New World Order, and it's this which would one day bring out the Antichrist. The Bible warns of peerless times in the end times, and we are definitely living in it. This has been going on for centuries, this whole setup of the Antichrist New World Order agenda, and just want everybody to be aware. It doesn't matter who you really vote for, you're only voting for the same group of people no matter what, no matter who they put in office. So I hope this sets in. I hope everybody does some more research on their own to further prove this point that everything is on this earth is ran by the devil. The Bible confirms that. So again, thank you everybody for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel if you're new, and God bless.
Across the country, including right here in Florida. And today I'm asking every one of you to give us some of your precious time to be part of this campaign. A real stake in making sure our country heads into the future with confidence and optimism, that we truly are stronger together. That's what will system that prepares our young people for the jobs of the future, whether college is affordable, whether student debt can be paid back, whether our health care system whether we lead the world with strength and steadiness, working with allies and partners to make sure that we move toward peace and prosperity. There is an exciting, bold agenda before us, but it cannot be done by any one person. It must be done by all of us.
Okay.
And that is something that Donald Trump does not understand.
Anyway, documenting massive fraud here. Yes, sir. Just massive. I estimate 700 to 800.
That were set at his it's so dire, so dark, so divisive, so dangerous. But among the things he said,